Hey everyone, Yoko Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I walked you through my technique for looking at runway shows and figuring out if what you're seeing is legitimate inspiration for your next collection. So today, I'm going to show you what to do with the inspiration once you found it. So if you've used my technique from the last video, you've worked through the process and you've got an idea with enough juice, as I call it, to build a collection around. Fantastic. So now what do you do? So for today's exercise, I'm going to keep things simple and use the color red as the inspiration for your collection. And by red, we're doing head to toe red. So I like it. It's very clean, contemporary, and modern looking. So you can, since it's on the surface level, a very easy trend to execute, you will probably see this execution in all levels, budget, mid-tier, and luxury. So you have to ask yourself what level you're targeting. Is it budget, like H&M or Target, or mid-tier ModCloth, maybe Macy's, or high-end Neiman Marcus, Sense? Here's where a lot of designers make a mistake. They think head-to-toe color dressing is easy to execute, so they oversimplify the trend, and they don't think about how to differentiate their offering from the other categories. And I caution you, don't do that. Don't oversimplify something. You have to know where you're going to be selling, especially if you're at the premium end of an inspiration that's head-to-toe dressing. So for instance, if I was designing head-to-toe unicolor dressing in the luxury space, I'd start by fabrication. Some fabrications that are available to luxury take dyes beautifully, like silks, rayon velvet, wools. In the summertime, I would invest in expensive dyes like a reactive dye for linens or cottons. And I don't mean to get too deep into the science of dyeing here, but you get my point. Really shop and see what you can execute for whatever tier you're selling. This is where your piece good salesperson comes in. Find out what options you have to make high-end fabrications worth the extra cost at retail. And having worked in both fast fashion and mid-tier over 20 years in the business, I can tell you honestly, if the luxury brands don't invest in fabrications, dyes, trims, I could source and produce a lot of very similar looks that they will be selling for a much, much reduced cost, 50, 75% less. So another way to illustrate this head-to-toe unicolor dressing would be the same approach that, for instance, denim designers approach this every day. So it's a very tough competitive category, and it'll help illustrate the point. So at the budget end of fashion denim, you've got Target and Old Navy, and in mid-tier, Lucky Brand, Levi's, and at the high end, maybe AG, Page, Rag & Bone. They're all denim, right? But what makes the difference between a $35 pair, $75, or $300 pair? There's a ton of considerations in fabrication. Tencel denim, left hand, right hand twills, broken twills. There are different dyes, real indigo versus union dye, different fit standards between different companies, trims like tack buttons, embroideries, style line elements, patchwork, decorative style lines, different washes, and these are all things that a denim designer has to think about, because knowing that his consumer can go in and move up or down in the denim chain, right? So the point is to consider head-to-toe color as your collection statement. You need to consider who your consumer is, your price point, and what other options they will have for achieving that look. Now here's something that designers don't think about. You need to set the delivery of your red unicolor trend so it flows logically from the delivery before and will flow into the delivery after, okay, that you're merchandising red. For instance, if your previous delivery before the red head to toe, the anchor color is green, it's it's going to be very difficult for your loyal customer to shop your line and put together an outfit using pieces from the prior delivery with your red collection, unless you want your customer to look like a walking Christmas decoration, which I'm guessing they don't want to look like that. So what I'm suggesting would be to create a mini capsule group of neutrals between the two collections. And this bridges the two colors, and it helps the sell-through of the green inventory at full price and supports the sale of your new red collection. So it's a win-win for you, the retailer, and the consumer. Now, in larger companies, this kind of planning is usually handled by the manufacturer's merchandiser. But if you're working at a company that is purely focused on the bottom line or as a smaller operation, they often won't invest in a merchandiser. So as a lead designer, it becomes your responsibility to think ahead and merchandise your own line. The bottom line is this: interpreting a trend isn't just about copying what you see on the runway. It's about understanding your consumer, your price point, your fabrication options, and how your collection fits into the bigger picture of what you're building as a brand. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you some insight into my thought process for interpreting trends. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe to my next video, because I'm going to show you how to make your first piece or outfit in a collection or an item line, and you don't want to miss that. Okay? See you in the next video.